Having the opportunity to revisit and explore children's literature in this class has been a trip through my past. We have looked at classic childhood picture books, novels I read during middle school, and novels that I had never even heard of. All of these works have something different to tell us as readers. Reading has played an essential role in my life from the beginning, whether it was when my parents read to me and my twin brother as toddlers, reading for academic reasons, or reading for my own pleasure. While I was young, my parents read to me every night. No matter how sick of Where the Wild Things Are or Goodnight Moon they were, they would read a story to me. To explain just how much they read, there was a night that my mom said to me, "Eric, I have forgotten how to read." And I believed her. For the rest of the night, at least. So why do I read? When I was young, I read because of the escape to another world, the escape into someone else's mind or thoughts, the escape into a different lifestyle or a completely different way of life. Connecting this idea to the list of pleasures, the pleasure of escape, of stepping outside oneself, at least imaginatively, and experiencing the lives and thoughts of different people, comes to mind. My twin brother and I would often become the characters from the books we read. One of our favorite characters to pretend to be was Peter Pan. The two of us believed we could fly to Neverland whenever we wanted. We would fight over who would be Peter and who would be Captain Hook. After some time, we had to switch characters as neither one of us wanted to be evil all the time. My brother and I took the world that we had read about and made it our own. Children's literature is a vehicle for teaching many life lessons. Those who read to me often chose books based on the morality of the protagonist and how valuable the teaching points contained in the book were. I read to learn. I loved reading the Berenstain Bears series. They taught basic childhood lessons such as not talking to strangers or watching too much television. As a friendly and sociable child, I enjoyed talking to people I knew and people I didn't know. I was never in danger with a stranger, but the book, The Berenstain Bears Learn About Strangers, was one that my parents constantly reinforced and referred to while I grew up. One that especially spoke to me as a child was The Berenstain Bears and Too Much Birthday. When you are a twin, your birthday becomes bigger than Christmas. My parents used this book as a way to keep our expectations realistic concerning a day that we anticipated all year long. Also, the book touches on the idea that the world does not revolve around an individual, even on their birthday. This was a skill that I used every day growing up with 3 siblings and still use every day as a college student. Children's literature was a major part of my childhood as it put things into perspective that my parents alone couldn't explain to me, and I was able to go to worlds outside of our own. That is why I read.